and I scrubbed my soul. That's what I did during those weeks is I was polishing my gem and scrub the past so you have a cleaner future on what was so wrong in my life before that I had to cover it up with alcohol. And I had to really forgive myself for the things that I had done, forgive other people for the things I thought they did to me, parts of my past, those protective layers that I was still wearing, those faulty lenses that I was looking through. I would get triggered with a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of sadness, or even being tired.
Mm.
I would, well, I would just have a drink and it'll all be better. But instead, I'm going to sit with this feeling. Why am I anxious right now?
Welcome to another episode of our podcast. I am your friend, Wafa Omran, and this is Go Beyond. And you and I know there's a lot of people that are down there in the dig. They don't know how to dig themselves out, and they are like you and me, educated people from good family. How did you dig yourself out? And wanted not only to do it for yourself, and that's another level of leadership. You wanted to actually take it to people and show them the light. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's been a journey, of course. And I think that one thing that really helped me, because I had this severe concussion, I mean, brain trauma,
Mm.
and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything for a few weeks. Only thing I could do was sit on my couch and think about what I had done
Mm.
and what I wanted to do.
I love it.
And I think that's really important. And I think that's why there's so many programs out there for people who are trying to get through this. Because if I wouldn't have had that time to sit and reflect
Mm.
on what was so wrong in my life before that I had to cover it up with alcohol,
Thank you.
I went back and I scrubbed my soul. That's what I did during those weeks is I
Thank you.
scrubbed my soul. I polished my gem, Wafa. I
Right.
was polishing my gem and I had to really forgive myself for the things that I had done, forgive other people for the things I thought they did to me. Just take all those parts of my past, those protective layers that I was still wearing, those faulty lenses that I was looking through. And I seriously just spent weeks
Mm.
dealing with that on my own, though, which not a lot of people do, which, like I said, that's why there's programs for that.
Mm.
But it's really hard to move forward and out of a space where you get triggered. Like if I would get triggered with a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of sadness, or even being tired,
Mm.
I would, well, I would just have a drink and it'll all be better.
Mm.
But knowing that I couldn't have a drink, I
Ah.
would also have to sit in the moment of that feeling, whichever one it was. I'll be anxious right now. Oh, I'm a little bit anxious, but I can't have a drink or I
Mm.
don't want to. You can even rephrase what you tell yourself, like, I don't want to have a drink today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to sit with this feeling. Why am I anxious right now?
Mm.
But I feel like the more we can take the things that how we feel, interrupt our flow or our feeling goodness,
Yes.
which where our brain is always going to find something to worry about. It's always going to find something to worry about. If we can't consciously be in a state of peace, then it's going to find something to worry about. So we need to address all the little things that come up. Okay, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
And explain it. Our brain always wants an explanation. Okay, that's why. Whew, okay, I didn't need that drink.
That struggle is huge because coping with your son's diagnosis, it's real. It's all about coping and about filling that void.
Yes. But the more I think we can practice getting through our triggers, our uncomfort, and things like that, and just sit with it, pay attention, realize what it is, deal with it if we have to. Sometimes we're unhappy in our job.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're in a relationship that is not good for us.
Mhm.
Sometimes we are just, whatever it can be, if it keeps nagging us and wants us to have that drink, to make that phone call, to take that smoke, then those are our triggers, and
Yeah,
how can we get through them? So I think I'm answering your question
definitely.
of how I got through it. And yeah, scrub the past so you have a cleaner future, and pay attention in every moment because it's never done, right? I have my whole life, like just me personally, I have my whole life ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'll probably live at least twice as long as I already have, or
Oh,
yeah,
more
at
than
least if I don't stay strong in myself, personally, I have cleared it on such a cellular level now that my body won't even let me.
rejects it.
And that's a gift.
Yeah, it is. It is. Thank you so much for your honesty.
Oh,
You can
yes. I,
get-
I hope it helps someone.
Absolutely. I am sure it will help people because
Oh,
this is real and it's true. We are, we're weak. We have moments of weakness. We have emotions that if we don't control them, and we are conditioned now to feel happy all the time.
oh,
What is this about? Sadness is part of life, disappointment is part of life, but for some reason we don't want to allow ourselves to be sad or disappointed, or so we just want to numb that feeling, numb it with
yep.
food, numb it with a drink. Thank you for reminding us that broken roads can take us to breathtaking spaces. And that's what
Oh,
you did. That's what you
yes.
did. You wrote beautiful novels and you're still writing
Oh, yes.
with hope and light and love.
Right.
Success is not easy. We have to work hard to get there. And to have fulfillment is even more important than success.
Yes.
For you as a writer, people now they are so eager to call themselves successful that they will do whatever, take whatever shortcuts to get there.
Mm,
They're bestseller here, bestseller there, and we talked about this
yeah.
and what a fake world this has become. I have a genuine author here. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah. She cares, that she touched people's lives and hearts. And how do you see success?
Well, one of the words you just said when you were talking about success earlier was fulfillment. And I think that is such a foundational way for me to improve my skills is to do it in a fulfilling way,
Mhm.
right? Um, it'd be great if I was making more money doing this, but efforts don't go into that because when I have time, I want to sit down and write because when I write, I'm talking with the universe. I'm talking with humanity. I know such a bigger scale than myself. That is like divine creation. And when I'm done and I look at it, I just think, wow, I just wrote that. But I was just the messenger, right? I was just the conduit. And
The words come
yes,
through you, not from you.
that's a really fulfilling way to do that. And then to put this work out there and have people read it and just say, when is your next one coming out? What other books have you written? I want to read everything you've written. And to me, that is what a successful author feels like,
Mm.
right? I mean, I want what I'm doing here to last. I want to keep writing until I physically or mentally cannot write books anymore. I want this novel series that I'm on called In the Dirt, part two out this spring. And I want to write three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Like, how many of these books can I write
Yeah.
before I can't write books? There are so many different types of struggles that people have. There are so many different types of people in the world. I want to do my best to give them all a chance to shine
Yeah.
through my own experiences, but making these characters, live out my experiences.
Mm.
Because as we talked about in a memoir, I don't need to showcase my whole life and the people in it. So I decided to start writing fiction and put my life into these characters and have the characters write about it. But yeah,
What do you, I understand the world we're in. I understand the fast pace and that everyone is eager to be this by this time or that time. Forgetting that it's about the journey. It's not about the age. You don't have to be in the 30, under 30 Forbes.
yeah.
What do you want to tell young people becoming about success?
What I'm learning as I go, because I don't think a lot of people would see me and be like, oh, that Amanda, she's successful. I mean, depends what their own version of success is. So it is step by step. And if you think you want to go from the ground floor and suddenly, be on top of the ladder with money and fame, you're missing out on each rung of that ladder and what you are supposed to learn in order to build your foundation. And that top of the ladder is going to be pretty wobbly because someone's going to come at you with a challenge, a question, some backlash on your social media, whatever it's going to be. And you might crumble because you don't know how to handle it. But if you've been doing all of these things and building, 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 and you learn how to deal with them, you'll just be so much more equipped when you're higher and higher and higher. And it feels just more natural, even just from where I've been and where I am now. And it just feels natural to keep doing the things that you love and that you're good at, and just always be honing your craft, whatever it is. Keep honing it. Keep looking for doing something that someone else is not doing. Because if you're trying to fit in somebody else's algorithm,
Mhm.
you're just a part of it. Authenticity is it. I mean, be yourself. Nobody else can be you. So show what's coming out of your heart. Like that moment I felt when I stopped writing for other people and started writing for myself. There was nothing, there was no amount of money that felt better to me to quell. Oh, we'll give you this money, but can you change this and can you make it like this? No, because so much is coming out of me now that I would just rather share it as who I am than have someone tell me what to do and pay me more, because then that's not me.
To me, you
Mm,
are that example of the person who managed to take your challenges as stepping stones and make
mm.
something out of yourself. But before we wrap up, I want you to tell people how they can reach you, your website, your handles, they can support you also, and your podcast, and how they can walk alongside your journey.
Sure. Thank you for that opportunity. So my podcast and blogs, I write a blog every other week. It's just for free. My podcast and blogs are free. You can tip, however. And my blog is about raising my little guy on the shores of Lake Superior, which is where we live. And that's at copperharborvitality.com. And also you can get my books there. They will ship for free and I will sign them for you. Anyway, like in my writing, where I assist other authors or anyone who is even thinking about writing a book, I want to help them on their journey. That's thecheekyscribe.com.
Love the name.
Um, thank you. I had to think of a lot before I got to that one, but the cheeky scribe, I like it. It's me. I'm a little cheeky sometimes. So, yeah, that's how you can find me.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you so much for helping me edit my guidebook, The Comeback. You helped me through your company to edit my book.
Thank you, Wafa.
At Go Beyond, we believe that every scar and every stumble and every comeback has the power to inspire. And that's why we are so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. Please feel that this story has inspired you. Tune in, go buy her books. Her books are so beautifully written. Also, if you like what Go Beyond offers, we would like to hear your story of resilience. Share it with us. You might be my next guest and my next conversation. Thank you all for tuning in. Keep going beyond your limitations. I am your host, Wafa Omran, and this was Amanda Wais.